William sat back in his seat. So you're telling me there is a cure? She looked at him. No, not really. When you die? But when you get bit, supposedly, with the experimental vaccine, if you inject it within 5 minutes or as soon as you can, you could survive the bite. William said, so what happened to it? She looked down at the ground. I think the place got overrun. This all happened so fast. There was someone being chased by a dead one before the broadcast stopped, and nothing since. Charlie said, okay, so we've got to settle where we're going to go. Boom! Shots are fired, horns are honked, and a massive fire explosion sends everyone running for cover and protection. The shots coming from outside the house. Charlie and William grabbed their guns, William picking up his shotgun and running out the front door, putting 2 slugs into the heads of 2 raiders as to not let them come back. Charlie helped give William cover as a car had pulled down the cul-de-sac with 4 armed assailants, which, despite it being dark, Charlie recognized to be Alan Lee and Alex Alexander. William takes a shot at Alan, but it reflects off the door of the car. Alan runs to cover, telling Alex to do the same. William sets his gun down and charges Alan and tackles him, both knocking their guns out of their hands and reaching for their melee weapons. Alan pulls out a crowbar and swings it hard at William's face. William ducks the swing and pulls out his Nishiro katana out of his sheath and slices Alan in half, leaving him to be a half-dead, half-alive pile of blood and guts. William turns his head and sees Charlie wrapped up in a brutal fight with Alex. Pulling his sword out, sneaks up on Alex, and before Alex has the opportunity to lunge his knife into Charles, William grabs Alex's hair and pulls his head back, slashes his throat open as blood pours all over Charlie, making him a disgusting mess. William extends his hand to his brother, and Charlie takes it as William helps him to his feet. Meanwhile, in the back of the house, Rondo, Oliver, and Vanessa kill off 8 intruders, Rondo taking out 4 of them by using a makeshift bomb that he created over the past week and throwing it at their car, causing a fiery explosion. Vanessa finished off 3 of the invaders by spraying them down with a Mac 11. After that, Oliver found himself in a compromised position. One of the invaders had made it downstairs to the main chambers of the basement. Jumping off the porch, Oliver fired 3 shots from his pistol at the woman. She didn't stop. She made it inside, and he followed her. Walking through the dark basement, Oliver called in the dark, I saw you come down here. Come out. Let's talk. Before he could finish, the woman came, running out of the darkness, knife in hand. He raised his gun and killed her. After the group met in the living room and decided they need to talk about this place, Charlie looked at the group. I let you guys down. I could have done better. I had suspicions about Alan, but I didn't think he'd go insane. I'm sorry. Rondo stopped him. This wasn't your fault. These people were too far gone. William looked out the window. That doesn't change the fact that we can't stay here. Charlie looked mad. Where do you expect us to go? William responded. Anywhere but here. Garland, Vanessa responded. I thought you said that place was overrun, Oliver asked. I did, but it's still worth a trip. If we can find those experimental vaccines, she said. William said, and if we don't? Charlie looked at him. If we don't, we keep moving. He kept going. We go to the sea and maybe across it. We find out if this is bad all over the world. She looked at him. Either way, we need to make a run for gas, and we need to look for those experimental vaccines. Garland is only a couple miles away, but I'm not risking everyone in the group on a long shot. Rondo looked at her. I'll go. William and Charlie shook their head. It was settled. The group was going to look for the experimental vaccines, fuel up, and head across the ocean in hopes that maybe somewhere else they were going to find a better life. None of them could imagine the journey that they were about to embark on.